Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. For anyone new, hello, my name is Alexis. I'm a board certified dermatologist, and for any of my loyal subscribers that have been wondering where have I been, I'm sorry guys, had to take a little break. When your parents are not feeling well and your children are not feeling well, you just have to prioritize a little bit, but everyone's feeling better. My mom has just finished her last round of chemotherapy and she is feeling better, so we are back. And today we are talking about my Holy Grail products for hyperpigmentation. These are my favorite of favorite products that will absolutely never leave my skincare regimen because they are that good. So the first one is not going to come as a surprise if you've seen any of my previous videos, and it is cysteamine, specifically Cyspera. Cyspera is my favorite product for hyperpigmentation. This is 5% cysteamine, which is an antioxidant that blocks multiple pathways of pigmentation, and it is an alternative to hydroquinone. So when you are looking for products for hyperpigmentation and you're trying to figure out if they're effective or not, pretty much everything gets compared to hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is an ingredient that you can now only get prescribed from your physician, and it's an ingredient that you cannot be on for a long period of time without adverse events. So I love cysteamine because you can actually be on this product for the long haul without running into issues. So I am using this product once to twice a week because I am in the maintenance phase of it. And you put it on like a mask, you leave it for 15 minutes, and then you wash it off. It smells terrible. So I am so excited that I only have to use it once to twice a week. But if you are new to Cyspera or you're just getting started, you actually have to do this every day for 16 weeks before you can reach that maintenance phase. So this is a staple. It's not leaving me. It keeps my skin looking even. I don't have any dark marks or dark spots on the skin, and I am not dealing with any melasma right now. So I am very grateful to this product because it is just such a well-rounded product. To get these kind of results, you typically used to have to use hydroquinone in addition to about 5 other products to be able to actually encompass what this product can do, because as you guys know, if you see my other videos, that whole pathway of why we get too much melanin or too much pigment in one spot of the skin is super complicated. There's all of these different pathways that contribute to that, and you actually really have to kind of attack that overproduction of melanin or pigment and all these different pathways to actually see success and keep success. So normally you have to do all of this long list of ingredients and layering and blah, blah, blah that I don't have time for. So I love that I can knock out so many of those different steps by just using the Cyspera. So this one's a staple for me. So many of you guys asked me whether or not I recommend the generic version of Cyspera, which is that 5% cysteamine that a few different companies are making. And I know it is because Cyspera is extremely pricey. I'll throw the price here on the screen. It's up there. And that generic is truly a fraction of the price. My answer is that I stand by Cyspera. I actually had quite a few patients in my clinic, 50 to be exact, try the generic version of the cysteamine, and while they did see improvement, it was nowhere close to the amount of improvement that my patients on Cyspera saw. So if you're on a budget and you're looking to incorporate cysteamine and you're okay with just seeing a small amount of improvement, go ahead and try that generic cream. But if you are serious about your pigment and you just want to do it right from the jump, I would recommend doing the Cyspera. It really comes down to formulation and stabilization of cysteamine, which is a very finicky ingredient. So you want it just right. That is why I think that patients on Cyspera do so much better than those on the generic cysteamine. But again, they both work. It's just to the degree of how much improvement you really want to see. And I understand Cyspera is an investment. So that is my take on Cyspera versus the generic version. They both improve pigment, but if you are looking for significant improvement, my vote is for Cyspera. Moving on to a more affordable option for pigmentation, and it is Faded. So you guys have heard me talk about this before as far as the cream that they had in that little toothpaste tube here that is chock full of amazing ingredients, but they came out with a body version that's a spray with a few different ingredients and definitely different concentrations, because your body can actually tolerate higher percentages of ingredients and does need a few different ingredients to actually get things to penetrate and work better, because it's just a thicker skin and it is definitely more stubborn hyperpigmentation. So the one that you guys heard me talk about before is the faded cream that you can use to either spot treat, or you can actually use it if you have a generalized area of pigmentation. The reason I like it is because it is so well formulated. That's what I like, guys. I am not one of those people who want to layer 5 million different products. I want to be able to use a good single product that has multiple different ingredients formulated well. So this one does that. It's got kojic acid, tranexamic acid, melatonin, niacinamide, licorice root extract, and azelaic acid. All absolutely amazing for pigmentation. Work synergistically to really lift stubborn pigment, brown spots, post-acne marks, even helpful for melasma, especially with that tranexamic acid in here. When I have a very stubborn case of melasma, so a patient who's tried everything and it's not improving, I actually do tranexamic acid by mouth. It's a tablet that you can take. You do have to see your doctor for that one because it is a prescription. But the fact that you can get a product like this without seeing your doctor is incredible, because even azelaic acid at 15% concentration becomes a prescription. So the formulation, the story behind this product, all of it, I absolutely love. It's definitely a staple whenever I have some pigmentation that I'm trying to treat, but I love this one for the body because everyone's focusing on the face all the time. We don't really talk about skincare as often for the body, and let's be honest, you get dark marks on your back from post-acne, or maybe you get folliculitis on the legs, sometimes even the bum. It comes other places in your face, and sometimes it's a real pain in the butt to try and put that much cream all over your body. So I love that they created this in a spray version. The spray version actually does include glycolic acid, so that's a great ingredient for your body. Make sure that you are not sensitive to any of the different ingredients in these products, because there's a lot of them. One of the reasons why I love it, but also one of the reasons why you want to be cautious to always look at your ingredients, because you may be sensitive to one or two of these ingredients. So this is another staple in my routine. I haven't used the spray so much because I don't have a lot of body pigmentation, but I definitely reach for this faded whenever one of those dreaded hormonal acne pimples leaves me with a dark mark. So another staple, I think you'll love it. Definitely more affordable. I'll throw the price here, and I'll try to make sure that I put some links in the description box, because you always tell me I don't add the links, so I will try and add the links for you guys. So this next one, it's not going to come as a surprise to you guys if you've seen any of my videos, which is, why are we talking about hyperpigmentation without talking about sunscreen? This is one of my favorites. This is the one by Color Science, and this is their Flex. So I made a whole video on hyperpigmentation and the best sunscreens for hyperpigmentation, and it is going to be a sunscreen that has iron oxides, which tend to be the tinted sunscreens, because the iron oxides are what provide the tint. This is super important. There have been studies that demonstrate that those with more melanin-rich skin, like myself, really get a lot of those dark marks, brown spots, melasma from visible light or blue light. So you need something that protects you from that, and it's been proven that iron oxides provide superior protection to blue light or visible light damage. So get a sunscreen that has those iron oxides or blue light protection, so that you are already choosing the best of the best. Your defenses are up and you're blocking that sun and that visible light from hitting your skin. So as you know, there is no treatment for hyperpigmentation without sunscreen. Don't waste your coins, don't waste your energy, because it's either going to come right back or not budge at all. So this is a great product that I really like. You don't have to go with the Flex. Color Science makes tons of different sunscreens with different tints. I find that their tints tend to be more inclusive than other sunscreen brands, so you may want to check this one out. I'll try and link my video somewhere above so you can actually see what all of these different products look like, and you can get some ideas on other tinted iron oxide sunscreens. Also love that this one has a ton of science behind it, though maybe slightly biased because the studies are done by the company, but they are at least going that extra mile, the extra step to show you that their iron oxides provide superior protection, not just against blue light, but also environmental ingressors, stress, all of the things that we don't want on our skin that cause inflammation and irritation and hyperpigmentation, which all worsen dark marks if we are not treating them. So, Color Science for the win for the most, in my opinion, clinically proven sunscreen. All right, now this next one is a staple in my skincare routine because I live in South Florida. It's hot, it's humid, it's like living in a sauna every day. And no matter what I do, how often I put in on my sunscreen, I still need protection from the sun because the sun does not play out here. So I really like using these ISDIN sun capsules. I talked about this in a previous video as well. There is another version of this called HelioCare. But the magic in this is something called Polypodium leucotomus. So basically it is a fern extract or a plant that can provide sun protection from the inside out. So I really like this one. You do need to use it about 30 minutes before going outside, but it provides superior sun protection. You still need your sunscreen, but it's going to give you that extra boost of protection if you are suffering with melasma. This is kind of a non-negotiable for me. Almost all of my patients are on some form of this Polypodium leucotomus, whether it's in ISDIN or it's in HelioCare. They're using it because it really makes a big difference. There's also clinical studies and trials that have been done on this to show that it does improve pigmentation. And last but definitely not least, I want to show you this one. So this is my sun shield, and yep, it's extra, but so am I. So you guys know I have little kids. My daughter Nyla's 2 and my son Ethan just turned 5. They love to go outside, and we live in a very sunny state of Florida. So when we're outside, I need all the protection, and this literally provides all the protection. So I really like it because it is going all the way around. So it protects from those most vulnerable areas, which is kind of high here on the cheeks, on the forehead, you know, the spots that we get a lot of pigment. And so I really like it. It's just a really good one. So those are my top 5 products that I highly recommend if you are fighting hyperpigmentation. They are staples in my own personal routine, so you know that they work. There are a lot of other really great products on the market, but again, for me, I like to keep it simple. I want to use a few products that really work very well, that work synergistically with the other things in my routine so that I don't have to worry about layering or feeling too tired to do my routine because it's so short and basic that I get it in. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Please give it a thumbs up. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Let me know what other videos you want to see. Tell me down below, and until next time, be well.